listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to make my dreams.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com. When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
I signed up, and I've learned an incredible amount from Phil and Steve. The staff at Phil's Gang gives platinum-level service and stock recommendations. You know, it's as simple as that. At the end of a month or so, I've always been in the black. Phil's Gang is a class act. I'm happy to be a member.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgate.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
We're not lending to those banks. We're lending to the central bank. The central bank is responsible for repaying us.
So who got the money?
To financial institutions in Europe and other countries.
Which ones?
I don't know.
Unbelievable. You know, we were talking about the Federal Reserve yesterday and how it destroys this country. I mean, it's a cartel. Worst cartel ever. They're more dangerous than Al Qaeda ever could be. But think about it. All this money they print, and they take the money and they give it to all these foreign banks, foreign countries. There's no accountability. Many times they have funded Al Qaeda and other enemies that we have. No accountability. They don't answer to anybody. My point is, nobody cares about us. More proof. Pelosi. She gets up there and she makes it look like she really cares for us. Anytime you see her speaking, she stands up there and like she's a martyr for us. She is just a vicious, terrible human being. She only takes care of herself. Do you know that a few days, about 13 days, before Microsoft signed a contract with the Pentagon to provide these headsets, certain kind of headset, big high-tech headset. She bought 25,000 shares of Microsoft. I think it was like 11 days before, 13 days before. 11 days before, she knew the contract was going to be signed. She bought it, boom, went in. She made $850,000 in a few days. Did she go to jail? No. Did she go to jail for inside trading? No. My point is they do not care. Those people down here do not care. The Federal Reserve don't care. Our Congress doesn't care. It's always about themselves. In Wall Street, I mean, just think about it. Wall Street, Federal Reserve, Congress, Pelosi, Schumer. What they don't want you to know, and they hide from you, is something else that is so dangerous. They never talk about it. Or the fake business news networks. Something that destroys our country every day. We should be talking about it every day. There should be busloads of people at Capitol Hill screaming and yelling to stop this, to stop this. First, to stop the inflation. But think about it. Any time our country spends much more, print and spend much more money than goods we produce, that in no way should be labeled as economic growth. That is a fraud to say that. And they're saying that right now. They're calling this economic growth. No, it isn't. It is inflation. I talked about this all day yesterday. It drives me nuts when I hear we have a run rate right now of an annualized GDP growth of 6 to 8%. No, we don't. Anytime a country spends more money than the goods they produce, printing money, spend it in the goods they produce, it causes tremendous hurtful inflation. And then what happens? A natural occurrence occurs. Always does. It's called a trade deficit. A trade deficit is so bad. We're averaging right now about $73 billion a month. Let's just call it around $800 billion annually. We're purchasing $800 billion more of goods than we're selling abroad. That is a killer. We have the largest trade deficit in the world, and nobody talks about it. And it should be talked about every day, especially for you people in 401ks. They should talk about it every day and make sure you're prepared with an exit plan from the stock market when it's time. Hey, as long as they keep on putting stimuluses, keep printing money and stimulus, and they keep driving the market up artificially, let's ride that horse. Let's ride that horse. We've been doing it every day. Gold, 9%. Schlumberger oil up 27%. Goldman Sachs, 13%. An ETF for all the banks combined, 22%. Gold, 16%. Oracle, 20%. REITs, 13%. Those are the gains that we get from the time when our chart, color-coded chart, goes from red to green. That's the buy signal. That's the buy signal. Then we get another signal to get out. So we always have a signal get in, but the most important signal, any dope can get into a stock. You got to have an exit strategy. And these charts that I designed with the help of Steve and the rest of the folks here, I mean, we worked on these charts for years. to give us clear signals, to follow only the money, not to follow the BS, the money, not to follow the noise from the jibber jabbers on these fake business news networks. Don't follow them. And it works. It works. So, right now, we're still in VNQ. That's the symbol for the REITs. We have a 13% gain. We didn't get in too long ago. But we'll know when to get out. Oracle, 20%. Since the day it turned green. And every one of my members who buys these stocks, they always get a part of that money. If Oracle, when it turned green to where it is today, that's a profit center of 20%. Some get the whole 20%. Some get 10%. Some get 5%. See, the problem is, I always have to keep convincing them that don't have too many stocks. Have 5 or 6 stocks, brand names that's in everybody's portfolio, and that is it. And when you have 5 or 6 stocks and stay with those same 5 or 6 stocks all year, and you know not only when to execute, which is easy, but the hard part, which we made easy because of the color code, when you have an exit strategy, and then not only have the exit strategy, but to know to turn around and switch your position to a short position, you then double those numbers. You double them. 20% becomes 40%. 10% becomes 20%. But only if you stay with the same stocks. If you have too many stocks and you're looking at all of these stocks, I mean, every day, Kramer and all these people, they got millions of stocks, always more and more stocks. You never make money when you have all these stocks. You got to scope it down to a handful, 5, 6 stocks, make sure they're the best in the Dow 30 or the best in the S&P 100, and then you make money constantly. More when I get back. We're going to talk about these trade deficits. You got to know about them. No, talk about them.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending.
Get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Remember to subscribe to my Phil's Gang YouTube channel to get both my live and archived radio shows. Also, my free Phil's Take on the stock market. Also, sign up and get a free 10-day chart and membership trial. That's right. Get a free chart. Our color-coded chart tells you when to buy, when to add, when not to add, when to take profits, or when to put more money in, or, better yet, when do I get out and switch my position because the stock's going down, and then I short it. So easy. And if you sign up with a working investor, that program, every day we post that portfolio. It tells you exactly what to do. Just check it out for 10 days. It's free. And all we ask is if you start making money, please send some money to St. Jude. Now, every stock that we work, and my members will tell you this, we focus on the exit strategy. When do we exit? When do we get out of it? When do we exit? How do we go from an exit to a short, where we just reverse our position? For example, right now, XLF, that's the bank ETF. From the time it turned green to where it is now, it's up 22%. Our Schlumberger, from the time it went from red to green, gave us the buy signal, it's up 27%. Wouldn't you feel better if you knew exactly when to get out of those stocks? You didn't have to worry, gee, when do I get out? Gee, I hope the stock doesn't drop. Wouldn't it be nice you knew when to get out, that you had a heads up? Well, you'll convince yourself after 10 days, you will have a heads up. You'll know when to get out. It works. So we're being told every day that the reason why Powell's keeping these interest rates low, which is a big bold-faced lie, is he's afraid, or because of, he's saying that these higher prices, the inflation's why he's not going to increase interest rates. That's a bold-faced lie. He's been forcing these increases in price, all this money, and giving the money to people to spend who are not involved with any productivity. That's called inflation. He's the inflation maker. And here's the real problem. Keeping interest rates low. Think about what he does. He causes this tremendous inflation where you go to the pharmacy now and you just, I mean, unbelievable what stuff is costing. Or you go to the supermarket or go buy a used car. You go, what the hell is going on? That's him. He's caused all that to happen. The owners, our owners, caused that to happen because of all this printing of money. So to keep interest rates low so they can borrow, so the Federal Reserve, so our congressmen, who are financial terrorists, so they can borrow money free and go spend it. They keep increasing federal spending, more federal spending, more deficits. How long can we go on and spend $4 trillion and taking, or what am I talking about? This last round, they're spending $8 trillion and taking about $3.5 trillion. What are you, nuts? Are you nuts? Oh, and he said, well, no, we don't want to raise rates because, prices are going up because we stopped the lockdowns and we want to be nice to people. You liar. You want to keep keeping your borrowing costs down. That's why. It's the only reason to keep the borrowing costs down for Congress. So they keep going spending. And they keep those borrowing costs down, and then they send in, then the Fed goes in and buys all the debt that Congress created. They don't care how much they spend because they know that they're going to print more money, and then they're going to come in and the Fed's going to buy all that debt that they created. So now they got a clean slate, and they can drive debt up even more. Insane. So as long as they keep those rates low, stay with your REITs. We've been with our REITs, symbol V and Q. My Lord, V and Q, we've been with that for a long time now, in and out. We got in and out a couple of times. Matter of fact, I'm going to put up right now on my chart, my color-coded chart. If you have a mobile device, just go to philsgang.com. You can see this. And the last time we got in, we've been in and out of this for what, over a year now. But let's go in just the last time we got in this. It started to turn green right around $91. Today it's nearing $105. That's a nice. As of today, now we're about 15%. What is wrong with that? That's a great return. And the thing is, you're in the best group because by keeping interest rates low, by them printing money, and they go in and they buy all those treasuries to keep interest rates at zero, the REITs, the real estate trusts, they love that. So that's why the stocks keep going up and up. You just got to know when to get into the stock. When do you execute a buy? When do you actually buy V and Q right now? It's $104.93. Do you buy it today? Well, our chart will tell you if you buy it today. And if it says to buy it today, it'll tell you exactly when to buy it. It gives you a place where it shows you exactly where to execute. Where to execute. Who does that for you? Nobody does that for you. So make sure you're in these stocks. Just keep watching. Now, here's the other thing they're doing. These gangsters now, if you notice, the bank stocks are coming, they're starting to sell off. See, that's the beautiful thing about my color-coded chart. We've made a lot of money in the bank stocks. A lot of money in the bank stocks. So, matter of fact, if you're just with us buying the ETF, which is XLF, and then another one, our Goldman Sachs. We made a lot of money in Goldman Sachs, and Wells Fargo. We made a ton of money in Wells Fargo. But XLF, if you bought the basket around $30, it's now $37. If you bought the basket in February, $30, or let's see, it was $30. You got a 23% return. But now the key is, okay, got a 23% return. When do I get out? With your charts, you have no clue. You have no idea. My charts, which I designed, you just go in, hit your little tool, pops up, and it shows yellow. It's telling you, warning, warning. You're going to have to get out of this soon. Warning, warning. And so it tells you even in advance. Nobody does that for you. So these are the stocks you want to be in. Now, the bank stocks are turning around a little bit. I don't know how far they're going to come down, but I can see what's happening. They're starting to move people out of the banks and back into the big tech stocks. Now, I told my members the other day, if you want to buy Facebook, that's fine. And Facebook broke out to a new high. But make sure we put a stop in because I don't think it's going to last. So Facebook broke out, now it came back down. So Facebook was went up to around 336. Today it's around 330, and you should have a stop in around 319. And what we're going to do, if it turns red, and it starts coming down, turning red, we just pare back the amount of shares, and then wait till it turns red, and we'll sell it short and make money on the way down. See, as long as you know, if you know how to make money on the way up, and you can do that shorting with the same ease as you make money on the way up, making money on the way down, you've got it made. Now, these trade deficits are a disaster for this. This is what's going to put us into the crash. And see, that's why you don't hear any of the jibber jabbers talk about trade deficits. When's the last time you heard anybody talk about trade deficits on the fake Business News Network? No, they want to hide this from you. And I'll explain more about it when I get back, why it's a disaster. It's going to wipe you out.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Markets are at record highs. Are they justified to be there?
We've got to say they likely are justified at being there.
You're likely justified. Likely justified. Are you nuts? Justified? Are you absolutely out of your mind? You can't justify these. Why justify them? Just make money. Who cares about justifying it? Just make money. Just know when to get out. These haven't been justified since 2008, when they decided not to put this country into a recession, when they decided not to, and I'm talking about dopey baby Bush, when he decided not to take the banks and let them collapse, the worst banks, let them go out of business, take their assets, spread them among all the good banks. When he decided not to do that, he decided not to have a recession to fix the economy. That's how you fix the economy. You got a recession. Recession means reset. Reset all these overpriced stocks. And goods. Right now, look at the price of homes. Look at the price of goods. Look at the price of meat. Look at the price of gasoline. You got to reset those prices because these people who are on wages are getting slaughtered. But nobody in Congress cares because that inflation makes the guy in Congress wealthy. He sits there every night looking at his artwork. He's sitting there every night looking at his diamonds. He's sitting there looking at his real estate that he has somewhere in Hawaii or wherever. He's looking at all his assets that love inflation. He wants inflation. Congress makes sure we have inflation. Inflation helps the wealthy. They want inflation. Pelosi wants inflation. Every bill she thinks about going to present, she wants to make sure there's inflation. They don't care about the working class guy. They could care less. They know he's on wages. He's on a fixed wage, trying to get a little raise, and he can't get the little raise because they'll threaten him that they're gonna take his job and export it. Are you nuts? Talk about that. Money is mobile. Inflation, high tax rates. You talk about driving. He says, we're not going to tax anybody who's making less than $400,000 a year. That's a bold-faced lie. When you raise corporate taxes and you have high inflation, what do you think they do? Just like they did before. They move out of the country. They move their company overseas to Ireland, tax-free. And when they build the plant, the countries will give them the money to build their plant for them. Inflation and high taxes drive our corporations out of this country into the hands of other countries like Ireland. Destroying jobs back here. Give me a break. Inflation's a terrible thing. It's like the trade deficit is tied to inflation. That's why you have trade deficits. Think about it. You print all this money and you give it to the people that aren't working. That's really welfare, right? So because you take, let's say, half of the workforce is not working, they're all collecting checks, and nobody's building anything anymore. I mean, order anything. It's delayed. You can't get it. Everything's delayed. Paint. Go try to paint your house this weekend. You can't get the paint. It's delayed. So because people aren't producing, that's why paint's going up. It's not because we're having great growth. Think about it. Go and try to buy paint. It's hard to get anywhere. Shortage of paint because there's not enough labor. People, they're in this shutdown when they shut the economy down, which is the stupidest, dumbest thing in the world. So nobody was producing paint. Now they open up the economy. People want to paint their houses, their rooms. They can't get the paint. So prices of paint are going through the roof. I know you want it to go up the wall, but I'm sorry, it's not going up the wall. It's going up through the roof. Isn't this stupid what's going on? And then they have the nerve to say that the price of paint that went up, that's telling us our economy's growing. That's killing our economy. They're a bunch of liars. That's killing our economy. Look, one thing we do around here is we tell the truth. We tell the truth. I'm not going to get advertisers. I'm not going to get Ford or GM or any of the advertisers that are on the Fake Business News Network. Want to listen to my show? I won't be able to sell a car. Who's going to buy a car from me talking like this? Are you kidding? People will go back to the horses, mules. Are you kidding? But at least we tell the truth, so at least our members know how to protect themselves. They know what stock to buy. They know when to get out of the stock. They know when this kind of nonsense is going on and the market keeps going up and they're destroying our country. The reason the market, for the very reasons the market going up, is why they're destroying our country. And these stupid trade deficits are horrendous. The downward pressure on the wages is incredible. And people, all of a sudden, they no longer have a good paying manufacturing job. What happens then? They find another job, and it's a service job. And when you go to a service job, you have terrible wages, and you go from full-time to part-time to poverty. When you have a good, solid job, manufacturing job, good job, big construction job, you have big benefits, and you're doing really good, you lose your job and you go to a low-paying service job, you go right to poverty. They won't tell you that either, will they? You go right to poverty because you go right from full-time to part-time. Because most service jobs, people who are in that industry, they want part-time people. They have to pay them insurance or benefits. And so when you get laid off, you don't go from full-time to part-time. You go right from part-time to poverty. But the market keeps going up. That's all they want to make sure. The market's going up. So the trade deficit is destroying our country, and nobody's talking about it. Nobody cares. Who cares? Congress doesn't care. You think those millionaires in Congress cares? They could care less. You think they'd be screaming about productivity? You think they would shut it down right now and say, look, no more of these stimulus checks because there's nothing more than welfare checks. Let's take this money and drive it to our business development. Let's take this money and give it to companies for R&D. Let's take this money and start new businesses. New business, we get 72% of all our jobs from startup business. Let's start up businesses. Let's get people back to work. Good jobs. You think that's what you'd be hearing? Oh, no. You hear this idiot say to you just now, right? You think the market's overpriced? You think it's overpriced? Are you kidding me? Unbelievable.
Markets are at record highs. Are they justified to be there?
We've got to say they likely are justified.
Likely are. He knows they're not justified. Justified? What are you, nuts? When you have trade deficits at $73 billion a month, these stocks, the only reason, just like they say, well, we got great earnings. Look at our earnings. No, you don't. They're fake because they're doing stock buybacks. The more stock they buy back, the less outstanding shares for people to buy. And that means when their profits come in, they're lousy profits. They're spreading these lousy profits over fewer outstanding shares. That immediately pushes up the profits or earnings, all fake, that pushes up the stock price. Give me a break. But we don't care. It doesn't matter to us. Because as long as we're up 22% in the bank stocks, 16% in AUY, a gold stock, Oracle 20%, we know when to get out of Schlumberger, we're up 27%. We know when to get out of GLD, the ETF for gold, 9%. We'll know when to get out of those. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. I can't do anything about the trade deficits. I can't do anything that the fake business news networks aren't talking at all about trade deficits, warning you. One morning you're going to wake up and the market's going to be down 500 points and it's the end of it. It's always going down. You can't stop it from falling. No way can you stop it from falling because there is no ammo left to cut rates. You can't stop it from falling. See, I could sit here the whole hour and try to explain that. People won't understand that. People have no idea how dangerous this is with the trade deficits. They have no idea how dangerous it is that we can't cut rates when the market starts to fall. You can't cut a rate to stop it. We cut rates 25 times to the dot-com to stop it. We cut rates with the housing con, financial con, 25 times to slow it up and stop it. We have nothing to stop it with. That's why we focus every day. I do an extra little class after on shorting to get my students used to shorting because they're going to love it. They're going to love it. And if it takes another 6 months or 6 days or 6 years to the market crash, doesn't matter. If you have that skill It's like an insurance policy. You look at the whole stock market so much different when you have that skill. It's so easy. And you got a chart that tells you when to short. No guesswork. Join my gang tonight, free for 10 days. See you on the chart.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.